Welcome back, Five Aces.
Battle control initialized.
Hey people, 5 Aces here. This is your embedded frontline reporter for all things RAGL Season 12, your one-stop shop, if you will. We are gonna be tackling a matchup today between a sort of newcomer and someone who is already a legacy player, if you will. In the top left, spawning in the in mustard yellow, it is Mr. Tiberium Bain. And he is tangoing today with Mr. Sigil, whom I have had the pleasure of losing against last year 2-0 as well, if I recall correctly. And there is Ukraine picked for Sigil and Germany for Bain. As per usual, those games tend to be relatively on the aggressive side in RAGL, so the chances of chrono tags and parabombs are slim, but they're there. So I'm hoping for some good showings here. Dog opener already out for Sigil, which I very much like, especially in a map like this where you've got a central oil derrick to contest. It is a bit harder to make work because there's walls, and you can make your way around those walls, weirdly enough. If you approach directly, if you approach facing to the front, your opponent's rifles are going to be shooting the concrete wall. Yep. And you can easily use that to take cover and get 2 good pot shots in if you've got the perfect micro, but it's difficult. Splitting up his forces here, trying to not let a random rifle slip through and kill the engineer. Very good showings from Sigil. So relatively small early game advantage, but Bain went for a war factory first. He's got his engineer sitting there, so it's probably just an APC rush, trying to push Sigil out early. And that's pretty good if your opponent is invested in a dog. That's the doghouse. If you put your opponent in the doghouse, that already sets you back 200. Then another, I think, 200 for the dog. I'm forgetting the price tags. But, ooh, that's gonna be close. Too close for comfort, but manages to not get spotted by the rifle. And really good movements from the dog as well. Just trying to keep everything in order. Trying to safeguard the engineer, which so far is absolutely well done. Impeccable. Ranger can easily get the snipes here. He can honestly minimize damage if he just scoots around the corner and utilizes... Oh, he's utilizing line of sight. That's so nice. And as soon as Sigil keeps moving, he's gonna move the Ranger in. Very well played. Loses 1 rifle only. Excellent play. Huh? What's he doing? He's probably expecting a larger force, but there is a war factory rush. So yeah. I mean, yeah, that's strange, but Sigil played relatively passively in the early game, despite his little early game advantage. Still retains his oil derrick for now as well. Bain is confused apparently. He's like, where's the engineer? Where's the army? Ah, there's a dog. We'll take that, thank you. Flag truck is being scouted, and with that, he's losing his window to take back the oil derrick. So the early game, it's hard to say whom it favors, but with the War Factory build, he's basically gotten away with it while exerting some pressure as well, so he's already up in a harvester. I'd say it favors Bain, despite the oil derrick in the middle. Plus Bain also got his own derrick, so he's only behind by 1 derrick, that's not too much. And the map in question, by the way, is Titan VIP. Never seen or heard of that one before. It features one of those villages that looks like from the campaign. Does anyone remember the mission in Tiberian Dawn where you had to destroy the hospital as a mod? And it was so punishing. On hard mode, where every single GDI tank is basically has the health pool of an MCV. Oh, I remember that mission. That was a tough cookie to crack. It's good that Bain has invested mostly in rifles, because the enemy has mostly rifles himself, plus he's got a mobile flag, and in that situation the rifles are actually quite coming in handy. So I like the unit composition and choice for Bain so far, going more rifle heavy than rockets. Because with rockets you can get overrun, they cost 3 times as much. Oh, Ranger gets poked away, but the MCV parking straight in the middle of this, and that is gonna be sounding the retreat. Yep. Popping down a pillbox and pushing back the army. He's gonna leapfrog forward here. What's that, Bain? You okay? He's using it to tank that. Oh, it's actually working. That was a calculated risk. It worked out wonderfully. Okay. If that was calculated, that was a big brain play. Takes that basically with no losses, only a little bit of health. Yep, jeez. 3k wiped out in assets. That was the perfect surround though. And there is a much larger infantry presence out for Sigil at the time being. He doesn't have many rockets though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The rest are waddling in right now. Front lines melting. MCV repositioning. No base defense for that's just so unlike Bain. Nice stop command. Plus he's got a mechanic. Oh, that is... Excuse the pun, but that's mechanically immaculate. That was a really nice play from Bain. Also just making sure that he's not gonna get pushed back. Deploying another barracks here. Beautiful. Just overall really good engagements taken by Bain and really smart and calculated. Alright, with that now he's got access to 3 out of the 4 warfields, and the expansion lines for Sigil are relatively disconnected. It's gonna be really hard to hold that. Here, we're gonna take a look at the army value. Ouch. 3k under is Sigil. And that is very much understandable, because this time that was not a macro slip-up, because Sigil, unlike Yunano, didn't make any big macro mistakes. That was legitimately just off the back of this one engagement. That snowballed hard. Maybe he can take it back here with the added support of the frontliners. Oh, nice. Heavy tank parking in reverse. It's waiting for the third tank to arrive. Oh, on this side, most of the defending forces for Sigil got wiped out. Right, he doesn't have much left here. The harvesters are doing some tanking, but I think they should get the hell out of dodge. He's still gonna lose the refinery. No, he's not gonna lose the refinery. Okay, that's big. So relatively solid hold. On the left-hand side, though, he did not get what he was asking for just yet. Oh, that tank. Surviving by a sliver. It's so valuable to patch those up. It costs a fraction of what a tank costs. And heavies are not cheap, they're 1150. Yeah, so again, after this is a really swingy game. After this really good early game, that was a really good defense from Sigil. Alright, we've got ourselves a competitive game at hand here. Destroyed is now in the favor of Sigil, believe it or not. What are we seeing? No radar tech just yet, but a second war factory being added by Sigil. Okay, mass heavy tank production is just trying to steamroll. Bain concentrating most of his forces. It is being spotted though. Alright. Alright, so Sigil should know what's coming, yep. He's contracting all his forces into this one position, trying to form one concave. Bain has to act fast, because the defenses are gonna start mounting up here. What is he doing? Ooh, that's dangerous. You're leaving your eco lines exposed, my friend. And that is gonna be the big spearheading move. The breach. Breach is in preparation. Wow, the flamer shot's really good. Oh, speaking of flamers. Flame on, my dudes. Bain does not manage to break through here. That is surprising. And there is a counterattack onto the oil derrick. That is a relatively scary army. Lots of rockets here. Okay, are now gonna advance onto the main base as well. There is just so much here for Bain. How are you ever gonna defend against that? Lots of low health tanks. Sigil is not allowed to bleed any more tanks here. He's already lost one. Yeah. Move back, move behind the safety of your concrete structures. He's got a second war factory. That's kind of gonna come in handy in just a moment. But I don't think he can defend. There's just so much. Flamers can only add so much spread damage. Oh, it's really good though. The infantry getting burned up. Oh, wow. One of those successful flamer defenses, I've gotta say. Still not enough at the end of the day. There is one tank left and a lot of infantry. 4 trucks are taken out, counter-engage onto the main base of Bain. So the thing is, Sigil does have a backup war factory. And this is now mostly infantry. Can he hold? He may be able to hold for just a minute. Okay, so his service depot goes down. War Factory production is stalling for now. He does have a second War Factory. Okay, main base is being wiped out for Bain. That is a straight up base race here. Oh my lord. We've got ourselves a very competitive game at hands. Wow. Those infantry are all really low, but not dying off just yet. This one tank in the eco lines. Bain is the master of doing this. He's the master of just parking a random tank in your main base somewhere in your eco lines. Okay, these infantry are being chased off by a tank. Sigil has also been bleeding a lot of tech structures, units, assets, but I feel that at the end of the... Oh, good lord, Bain went for a radar tech. I feel at the end of the day, Sigil is coming out on top. If I'm not mistaken, he's slightly ahead in the assets. He doesn't have enough harvesters for the time being. He needs to rebuild his economy a little. And Bain is obviously going to have access to Blackhawk gunships, which are going to be pivotal in those engagements because they force out flak trucks. And you don't want to build flak trucks when your opponent is just going mass medium tank plus mass infantry. Man, this is still there? Really? Okay. Finally, there is a rocket soldier to put an end to these shenanigans. Does he have the DPS to kill off the... Oh god. Please don't say this one tank is gonna kill the ore truck under duress. Oh, that's so close. Alright, retains his ore truck. So, economy-wise, assets have evened out. Bain is honestly, historically not known for being the strongest Blackhawk player. I'm gonna be very honest, I'm gonna be level with you here. He's lost his line of sight now. Losing the first ore truck basically, so the first Blackhawk basically for free. Cash is, the bank is massive on both sides. This is only game one. I dig where this is going. Okay, he's building flak trucks. Flak trucks have been forced out here. I mean, at the end of the day, after this is harvested up, Bain doesn't have much more room to expand. Because most of the map is now being claimed by Sigil, most of the mining expansions, that is. But he has obviously been forced to backtech into a light vehicle build as Soviets, and that never feels good against anything that has heavy armor in it. Any build that does not solely rely on artillery and Blackhawks is gonna be very difficult to play. So as soon as the mediums... Ah, wait! Bain does also not have access to Service Depot anymore. So... I'm split on that. Artilleries are starting to pummel a secondary war factory. Might be time to sell it off, to be honest. Ha! He's built an anti-air gun, my friend! If you only knew, if only you had cast this vision. Because then you would know that your opponent does not have access to any tech whatsoever. Mobile flags are poking away here. That's a good concave. The heavy armor is in the direction of... Oh! Yep, that's kind of the Blackhawk proficiency coming in. Yeah, that didn't go so well for Bain's Blackhawks there, huh? That was a straight up whiff. Oh! Going on a hunt, going on a little hunt here for the last Blackhawk. Beautifully played from Sigil. And he can now, yeah, MCV has to back it up. Pack it up, pack it in. Let me begin. That was well played from Sigil. The heavy armor were just located where they needed to be, tanking up the damage. That was immaculate play. Would be even better if he had a flak truck on the MCV, but it's enough. This is enough. There is a -1 basis for Bain. Man, what a game. What a back and forth. This is solid. And I feel like Sigil made do with fewer assets and fewer combat units, but the Blackhawks, as is traditional for Bain's Blackhawks, they were not all that effective. That is not reflective of regular Blackhawk performance. Wow, the heavy's just rolling over the infantry. I feel that is it. Man, the Blackhawks have had no impact whatsoever. Those Blackhawks haven't done a single thing. And V2 tech is now on the way for the Soviet player as well. Sigil has played that to perfection. I really gotta say. Ooh. That was presumably a V2 hit. Tech Center, he's opting for Tanya. I think it's too late. I honestly think it's too late. V2 gets one-tapped. Out comes the Yak, so he can now spot that there is absolutely nothing stopping him anymore. Yep. Let's go to town. Let's kill the pillbox, let's kill the Tech Center. Oh, Tanya, a very unfortunate spot. Oh, wait! Wait! The Yak has to rearm! What a time. What a time for Tanya to show. Oh! Almost gets killed by friendly fire. Okay, she ducks into the safety of her pillbox. Man, if she gotten killed by friendly fire, that would have been some. Tech Center. I disagree with this choice, weirdly enough, because Sigil is not playing as Russia. Yes, Russian a Tesla ball would be absolutely brutal. But that's not what's on the menu here. What's on the menu here is a demo truck, and a demo truck is probably not going to be cost efficient here. I mean, there are Black Hawks about. There's a high chance that a demo truck is going to backfire. So the one important thing is that Sigil has gotten his expansion out, and Bain doesn't. He has one base. One base tier 3 play. The Yaks are a good call in theory though, because they can always just screen for any pushes, for any backstabs. Yeah, sees the entire base. And Tanya can probably go to town here. That's gonna be sweet. She reveals herself, or the Ranger reveals itself at least. Yeah, that's a dead radar. Thank you very much. Popping back into the Ranger. Man, that's annoying. He did get the Tech Center out though, I think, yeah. Tech Center is already on the way. Oh man. Artilleries mounting a field defense. One Black Hawk stalking. Those are longbows. Okay, he has transitioned over to longbows. I'm not sure if that's more efficient. Tanya's still in the wings as well. I've gotta say. Did it swing back again? How? Harvesters are even. Neither player really has any income. This is, by the way, not a base. This is just an anti-air gun and 2 power plants. Oh no, the the longbows. They're allowed to kill harvesters. That is not what you want. Oh, okay, at least gets to deliver the payload. Ouch. That is painful. I'm hearing the flak trucks poking at something. Oh, I killed a harvester there. That's good. Harvester for harvester. Power down now for the Tech Center of Bain. He's got the GPS sat up in just a second. Trying to expand now. And both players are completely broke. Tanya waiting in the wings here. Yeah, there she is. In the Camo Ranger. Man, what a game. Aw. Oh god, the mechanic actually got... Mechanic actually got to reclaim the Harvester Husk just for it to completely get wiped again. Alrighty. In comes the spy plane. Seeing that there is a newly established base here. Yep, thank you. I mean, he was never sure whether that was a base or not, but really it was just a Husk base, just a Potemkin's village. Alright, Tanya. Wait, did Tanya get killed in that? Yeah! Tanya must have gotten killed somehow and a new Tanya got produced. Okay, I missed that. How did she die? I honestly have not the faintest clue. What Sigil needs is more... Oh, more Yaks to sacrifice to the... okay, satellite has been launched. There's now a global announcement for that. Cool, I did not know that. He's trying his best to push in. Tanya is allowed to go to town very momentarily. Artilleries are dead though, and Tanya's getting low. Yep, it's enough. It's enough at the end of the day. The air units didn't add much value to that equation. And Bain gets pushed out of the middle. Parabombs are coming onto the helipads. That is brilliant. Even if it doesn't kill the longbows, it denies the rearming process. That is exactly what you want. Also gets the power down low. So I think Sigil has done this. He's managed to do it on a shoestring budget. Budget Sigil here, coming in hot with his... Oh, Tanya again. Oh! He's trying to focus her. He's trying to focus her so hard. Oh, down she goes. Oh, flak trucks are still around. They're still trying their best to ward off the longbows. One longbow remaining now. I feel that's it. Tiberium Bain has run out of steel. And speaking of steel, there was nothing he could do against this wave of Soviet steel crashing into his main base. What a game one! Oh my lord! That was a true contender for a best match of RAGL thus far. We're 3 matches deep, but yeah, we're gonna be back with round number 2. That was awesome. See you in a sec.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
Okay, game number 2 on Agita. Truth be told, I don't know how to pronounce this word properly because it is originally Latin, and then if you anglicize a Latin word, it's always weird with the pronunciation, so it's like the original would be Agita, but like Agita, probably. Version 2, I remember this map. This map has been around for quite a while. It hasn't caught on all that much, I believe. It's got the ridge derricks, as many maps tend to do nowadays. Grenadier out for Bain. The factions have been swapped around or shuffled around a little. Tiberium Bain is now going for Russia. Sigil still staying true to Ukraine. Going for the Slavo-Ukraini, I guess. Alright, that's a lot of Grenadiers. That is a 5-stack. 5-stack of Grenadiers into Rifle Infantry. That must be a double refinery build. It's on a map like this, you can bank on shock value, so it's kind of a little bit of a gamble, but it may be effective. I mean, the weird thing is your opponent is gonna notice that there is not much congestion of the World Derrick, so it's always a gambit. Oh, and Sigil has parked 2 rifles anyway. Yeah, the initial scuffles are going Bain's way. Excuse me. Engineer is moving back. Ooh, Desper is spectating this match. Yo, gotta be real here. Some of the newcomers, Despro, definitely one of the contenders nowadays. Has proven himself. Oh, ho, ho. Yikes. That was an immediate intercept. Nothing at all. Oh, he got nothing for those 5 Grenadiers. Yeah, Bain double refinery. Sigil going War Factory first. For a moment I thought it was going double War Factory off of 1 refinery. That would have been like a who cares build. Bain is trying to make up for it by pressuring the World Derrick. Not the worst move. I mean, at this time there may be an APC out, but it's a bit too early, so... Oil Derricks have a lot of health though, so this is always dangerous. You can end up overcommitting. Yeah, and speaking of overcommitting, the harbinger of Rifle Infantry is here. As long as it's only rifles, this is a brutal combination to deal with. The APC plus a couple of rifles. But it's got 5 rockets. It's trying to focus them down. Ooh, going in. Ooh, that's so low. That is an extremely low APC. I would argue against it being lucky because it took an extra turn. It turned twice on 2 tiles, and that's kind of unlucky. Usually you're expecting it to turn once and then start moving in a straight line, but I guess there was some tile. Yeah, I think that tile was in the way. So that's why it had to turn twice, and that just cost it a little bit of time. So at the end of the day, calculated and more a little unlucky that it lost more health than he should have. But it's fine. 10 seconds on the service depot. And is that another 5 Grenadiers? Please tell me it's another 5 Grenadiers. Like what Bain is now doing with the APC, I guess we're about to find out. Rifles are back, trying to pressure the Oil Derrick, trying to pester him into submission. 4 Harvesters and 4 Harvesters respectively, so fairly even thus far. Man, Sigil is just sleeping a bit on patching up his APC. What is he doing? He's not microing anything right now. Ah, finally. Oh, 5 rockets! An eco-harassment APC. Yeah, that is smart. Oh god, why would you send the APC in? What? You know that there's 5 rockets here. The hell? Huh? That was a 7D chess move here. If he had a Tesla coil ready, sure. That's not what happened. That's going straight into my books as one of the most questionable plays. Like, my opponent has 5 rockets, better send in an APC. And pop. APC popping like a birthday balloon. Made Sigil broke, yeah. Also, the mining time lost is also a factor. So with that, that's a pretty good head start for Bain, despite not doing anything with the Grenadiers initially. Yeah, that's brutal. Yeah, thank you. Those rifles are... Oh, they refused to be crushed, but then they all got crushed all at once. Yikes. At least didn't lose a harvester yet. Yeah, it's just the combination of the delay and losing the APC, and then mining delay. That just is a culmination of small factors that leaves him behind in the econ now. Let's check the army. That's when he lost the APC and he never caught up. Yikes. Flatlining here. It's like the graph is looking a bit like crypto. Oh, finally spiking a little bit. We've got a bull run on our hands. No tech being produced just yet. It's not looking good for Sigil though. Yeah, he's being advanced on by an MCV. Straight move. Like, block the ore refinery, sure. That's a weird position. What? We're getting questionable play for questionable play? Alright, we can do that. I don't know what the hell that was supposed to be. Yeah, you need to kill the barracks, by the way. Even if it's just the barracks, if this is allowed to snowball, that's gonna spell trouble. Man, what a whiff from Bain. He could have won right there and then. No questions asked. Instead, he just decides to park his MCV into a flame tower. What is going on in game 2? It started out so well in game 1. Still though, despite losing the MCV, Bain has a massive advantage because he's got a nice saturated ore field. His economy is perfectly set up. Look at Sigil, he's lost the harvester here. Oh, that was the APC again. Yeah, it's full of 5 rockets. Jeez. He is playing this not immaculately, but well. Well enough. Game number 2 is proving to be quite a clusterfuck. APC's back. Man, Sigil must be broke again, right? Yeah. Oh no. Oh no, he's about to lose a harvester here. This APC has been stupidly effective. Man, has an APC ever been this effective? Killing 3 harvesters already? Yeah, that's GG. That's gonna spell GG. A 4th harvester being lost here. He's on 2 harvesters. Bain is floating so hard. Oh, that was a whiff and a half though. APC is still around. This has still not been repopulated, so the income for Sigil at the time being is near nil. Good lord. He is struggling. And the army from Bain hasn't been defeated just yet. He's back with a vengeance. With a vengeance. There we go. Tanks are moving in for the flank. And the front lines are crumbling for Sigil. And that's probably gonna spell GG. So nice. He's patching up the APC as well. This APC, hero of the people. Can we just commend him for that APC play? Not you, MCV. MCVs sucked this game. Straight up. But the APC play was fantastic. Haha! The one tank being split off here, trying to chase after the harvester. And that's so good. Gets the harvester in the end as well. Is that 1 harvester for Sigil? That is 1 harvester for Sigil. trying to expand to the third base already. I think the pivotal moment was that he did deploy his refinery despite losing the MCB early. Had he overcommitted and put the refinery here as well, Bain would have probably lost steam. But he didn't. There's a flame tower now. Okay, fair enough. No more shenanigans here. Wait, is that visible? Oh, Sigil sees the APC. Yeah. Okay, unfortunate. That's gonna be the end of that. At least the APC survives for now. He barely saw it. Aww. Tanks are probably going for the big reach around. Going for the right-hand side, going for a flank here. Ooh. 2 harvesters, yeah. And I think there is now 7 out for Bain, who is also in high production mode. He's going for a radar dome. He's soon gonna have access to his V2s. And then that's gonna be the end of it. He's also gotten triple war factory out. Just casually mentioning that. Triple war factory, that is a... What is that, a 30% production speed bonus, I believe? Because it's not linear. It just has certain points. 1 is 15%, and maybe it's 30%. 15% or 15, 25? 40, 50? Something like that. Not entirely sure. It's not linear anyway. Yep. This is gonna be probably the end of the line for Mr. Sigil, but damn, he has sold himself dearly here. That was a very, very impressive game 1. Harvester's dead. 1 last harvester remaining. Oh, I heard a V2 somewhere. Oh wait, that was probably just put in... Yeah, there it is. GG! So that's a 1-1. And honestly, both games... Game number 2 was a blunderfest, but game 1 was absolutely stellar. From both players, but even better from Sigil. This was a series. So, hot diggity. I'm hyped for some more RAGL, more content to come. Thank you guys and girls for watching, and I'll not be dropping the ball. More frontline embedded reporting from RAGL Season 12 inbound, as well as finally some Sharp Paradise. It's difficult to get to run, hey. And that APC, man, you deserve a gold star. A sticker and a gold star. With the hero of the people. Just delivering so much harassment. That was absolutely impeccable. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. 5 Aces, out.